Breaking news, Israel, the Last Stylebender Adesanya, the former undisputed two-time middleweight champion of the world, the man who slept Alex Pereira, has announced that he is leaving CKB, City Kickboxing, his gym, now former gym. In his UFC 329 breakdown video, he spoke a little bit about the process of leaving and why he chose to leave. He kept things very vague and he kept things very discreet. He was very calm about it, and it really just came out of nowhere. I had no idea that this was happening. I have no idea that there were rumblings of this happening. Izzy is obviously in a tough spot in his career. He's lost to the best guys. He's lost to Strickland, Du Plessis, Imavov. All three of those guys, including Imavov, I believe, are champions or will be champions one day. He's only lost to the best. The only bad loss he's had has been to Joe Pyfer. And I think this Joe Pyfer loss is the reason for him leaving. I think he has gone in there with a poor game plan. And I think he recognizes that he needs individual training. He said that in the video. He said he needs individualized training. He needs specific guidance. And I think when you look at CKB, when you look at the fight documentaries that they put together. I've trained at CKB. I'm from New Zealand. They train together. Everyone trains together. There's all levels of skill. It's really a wonder that they've had so many top guys coming out of there. And that just speaks to the volume of talent in New Zealand. The talent pool we are pulling from is small, and we're having great guys come out of here. Navajo Sterling, obviously Carlos Ulberg, the now light heavyweight champion of the world. There's a lot of great guys out there, and I think the training methods that they employ at CKB, whilst good, whilst amazing, and they've produced champions. They've produced the greatest middleweight of all time. They've produced numerous contenders. They've produced a light heavyweight champion in Carlos Ulberg now. Even Volk has come over and trained. Whitaker's trained. It's a top-level gym. But the training methods, I think, when you're looking at a guy like Adesanya, the training methods at this point in his career, the training methods they employ probably aren't the best. He probably doesn't want to be training with all those guys at the same time or on the mats or in those massive class style training sessions that they put together. You've seen in the Freestyle Bender fight camp documentaries, they train together massive groups. And I think he's looking at some of the top guys out there like Justin Gaethje, like Max Holloway, and like Conor McGregor. And they're training in small environments. They're training with specialized coaches. They're not training as a massive gym, as a massive community. They're training specifically, and I think Adesanya needs guidance at this point in his career. If he wants to salvage it, he needs specific guidance. I saw someone in the comments saying they'd love to see him training with Trevor Wittman. I think Trevor Wittman would be great because Adesanya threw that fight away. He threw that fight away against Joe Pyfer, and he even realistically threw the fight away against Dricus Du Plessis and Imavov. He could have won those 3 fights. He could be on a 3-fight win streak right now had he been under better guidance. He's got the genetics, he's got the speed, he's still got the power, he's still got the technique, he's still got everything. He just needs better guidance, and I truly think that he can make a career resurgence. Now, I don't want to get into it too much, but we know there's a little bit of gossip that has been going around between Israel Adesanya and Carlos Ulberg. They've beefed, they've unfollowed each other on Instagram. Izzy never dropped any sort of congratulations towards Carlos winning the belt. He never congratulated him. There are rumblings that Carlos slept with Adesanya's missus or something like that. I don't know if that's true. I'm not going to add credence or credibility to that. That's just what I've heard. That could be another reason. He probably doesn't want to be training with guys that he's beefing with at this point in his career. He probably doesn't want to be around guys that he doesn't feel comfortable following on Instagram, potentially. I don't know. It's a challenging one, and it's not for me to speak on, but there is that side of the coin. Carlos Ulberg is the light heavyweight champion of the world. Izzy might be considering a move up to light heavyweight at this point in his career. We know that the weight cut to 185 has been tough for him. It's a tricky weight cut, and it's a weight cut that only gets worse with time. He's a big middleweight. He's a big guy. He's 6'4". He's bulked up a lot. He put on a lot of muscle in order to be able to defend the takedowns. Everyone in his career has been trying to take him down. He put on a lot of muscle. At this point in his career, he might be considering a move up to light heavyweight, and so potentially he wants to distance himself from the champ, who he is potentially beefing with in Carlos Ulberg. That's another reason. I'm not sure. That's just speculation. I think Adesanya, the main reason he's decided to leave is, like I said, the training methods at CKB. I'm not disrespecting the training methods. They've produced champions. They've produced numerous champions in every weight class. Brad Riddell, Kai Kara France, Israel Adesanya, Volkanovski, Carlos Ulberg, Navajo Sterling. I can go on for days. They produced the talent pool in CKB is crazy. But I just think he wants more individualized training. I think he wants more specific training tailored to him. CKB has become massive over the past few years, mainly in part, due to Adesanya's success, due to his stardom, due to his rise. Everyone wants to train there. People are moving from overseas to train at CKB because they've seen the talent that they have and the talent pool and because they've seen the success that CKB has had. And so it's become a bigger gym. And I think Izzy, at this point in his career, wants more specific training, more tailored to him. And I think Eugene, his head coach, is probably becoming quite busy with the amount of championship level fighters they have at the gym to just have his main focus be on Adesanya like it was in the early days of his career. So it's a number of things. That would be my main guess. Adesanya just wanting a bit more freedom, a bit more focused training at the latter half of his career. He's clearly got the money for it. I think he's probably going to head overseas. People saying Trevor Wittman. I'd love to see that. Go and train with Usman, make a run. I think he can have some fun fights. I think he should move up to light heavyweight and rematch Paulo Costa or Robert Whittaker. I know he's boys with Robert Whittaker now, but if Whittaker gets a win over Krylov, he's going to be ranked number 9. That's a perfect fight for Izzy to come back to. The first fight, he knocked him out. Second fight, very close decision. That's a perfect fight. He's got 2 wins over him. Paulo Costa, he's got a dominant win over him. He can move up and beat the number 4 guy at light heavyweight. I think he should make a light heavyweight run. I think he should consider it now that his boy Usman is making a middleweight run at 38. Adesanya's style is very dependent on speed, on reflexes, and that's in part the reason why he fell off, because those are the first things to go. But he's still got that power. He put away Paulo Costa, he put away Robert Whittaker, he put away Alex Pereira, he put away Derek Brunson. People forget this guy was a fucking marauder in his prime. People truly do forget the greatness of Israel Adesanya. He's still got power. He's still got the speed. It's still there. Maybe the reflexes are gone. Maybe the chin is a little bit tested, but we've seen guys come back old. Justin Gaethje, Alexander Volkanovski, even Usman. These guys are making second runs, third runs, fourth runs at the belt or at top contendership at a very old age. I think it's high time Izzy moved. I think it's high time he started training with more elite coaches and in different environments to truly test himself, to improve his skills, and he can make another run. I believe he can make another run. Maybe not towards the belt, but towards the top 10 for sure, 100%. If he moves up to 205, it's a done deal. I think he can do it. But yeah, is he moving out of CKB? It's the end of an era. It feels weird. It really does feel weird. He's one of those guys who got me into the sport, and CKB has been one of those gyms that has been really pivotal in the sport of MMA. Those guys have really innovated and done wonders in the sport. The lead kicks, the feint of the lead kick, the feint lead kick, that was all CKB, that was all Eugene Behrman and Israel Adesanya. Those guys are great, man, but it's time for Izzy to move on. It's time for him to try and test greener pastures, I think, in America, maybe with Trevor Wittman, maybe out in AKA. Israel Adesanya, mate, you're a legend. All the best. And that's my breakdown. I don't think it's too close to Carlos Ulberg. I don't think the Carlos Ulberg beef is that crazy. I think maybe there's a little bit of that that's gone into it. I think maybe a little bit with the fights, with the losses. He wants to train somewhere new, switch it up, try something new, test himself. And I think it's going to be the start of something great in Israel Adesanya's career. Like and subscribe. I'll see you boys later. Much love.